We're live in IG world. We're live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Stefan. So, for the next hour and a half, we're dedicating this container to helping you create your ultimate signature program. What is a signature program? Your signature program is basically what are your core steps? What are the core steps that you have taken to get you from where you were to where you are now? Before we get started, let's take a moment and just let us know where you're tuning in from. Let's give folks time to come in, and I'll just do a quick intro. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tariq Bibi. And I've been doing healing work for over 15 years now, helping spiritual practitioners heal their core traumas so that they can experience financial abundance from their gifts, talents, and abilities. And I've been doing that through my modality that I've created called the Infinity Healing Technique. I think I'm wearing one of the shirts. Yes, I am. And it's been voted one of the most powerful healing modalities in the world by many veterans of healing. Just going to change the angle on IG. There we go. Beautiful. So let's get into it, guys. The signature program. What is a signature program? So I would love to hear from you if you've actually experienced something of a signature program. Have you ever experienced a signature program in a coaching, in a healing? I'll use myself for an example. So I created our signature healing audio program. It's called the Thrive Doing What You Love Now program. So definitely get out a piece of paper and a pen, and I would love for you guys to write down notes, because by the end of today's session, you will have created your ultimate signature program. If you've already created a signature program, we can create a new one. So a signature program is basically your unique way of helping your ideal clients go from where they are now to where they want to be. Or you can even say to where you are, or to where you were. How are we able to do that? A lot of us have taken steps on our journey to get to where we are now. So I want you guys just to type in the comments, write in your notes, what steps have you taken to get you to where you are now? A lot of people have taken so many steps, but when it comes to showing others how to do it, they're not sure. So I want to get you guys clear on what those steps are so that it's transferable. You can transfer those steps to other people. A signature, first of all, I want to hear from you guys. What is your practice, right? And you can use the signature process if you're a dentist, if you're an artist, if you're a healer, if you're a coach. There's definitely something unique about you. There's something different to you. For example, I was sharing with a friend yesterday I met playing volleyball. It's like, what do you do? I was like, healing, mentoring, and I'm a rap artist. It's like, wow, that's so unique. You don't meet too many healers who are also rappers. So guess what? That's definitely something that's unique to myself. So capitalize off of your uniqueness. And I'm actually going to walk my talk. So I'm going to share a quick rap for you guys. I believe in just one thing, infinite abundance for all beings, so we can live like kings and queens, doing what makes our hearts sing. I believe in the new currency of trust and of equality for my brothers and sisters, because we all came here to be. We all came from the source. We've come a long way from home. We've got a long way to go. Share with everyone that you know. Everything they told us is wrong ever since the time we were born. We got to break free from this prison planet we're on. So don't hate on us when we're sharing our love. We just want to liberate you so you can rise up above. We're made of the same stuff. We're made of the same dust. If we can regain trust, then we will remain tough. Separation's a lie. Evolution's a lie. Don't believe in everything that you can see with your eyes. And we're banging our drums because the time has now come. Let's take a stand for what is right until we have won. Let's take a stand for what is right until we have won. Let's take a stand for what is right until we have won. Right? Right. Yes. What are your unique skills? What healer do you know out there who also raps? Very few. So shine, share what makes you unique. Because a lot of us are holding back on the things that we love doing, that we're great at doing, that we're worried people might judge. Part of me sometimes worries. I've got tattoos and I usually wear sleeveless shirts and shaved head, and I'm a rapper and I'm a wild human being. And I can hold the most sacred space, create so much safety for my clients to heal their biggest traumas. But some part of me sometimes worries, if they see all this wildness and craziness and fire, will that scare them off? You know? And part of me is, I'm very empathic. I'm very sensitive. I'm very transparent and vulnerable with my audience. Sometimes I worry. I share about the dark experiences. If you guys have been following my newsletters, you'll know in the last 3-4 weeks I've been sharing, pouring my heart and soul. And a lot of times the programs kick in and they go, wait, Tarek, if you're sharing with them that you've had entities you were, since childhood that you're dealing with, and attacks and psychic stuff, what if they hear that and then they're like, I don't want to work with Tarek? Even though I clearly say, as soon as I do the healing, there's nothing but clear energy. And now it's a 99% all-time best it's ever been in terms of mental health and addictions and dark energies. Thanks, Stefan. Stefan's like, I love this guy. Thanks. Hamsara, bro, please, can I listen to the replay for sure? At the counter. No one allowing me to leave the counter. You got it. There'll definitely be a replay till next Friday midnight. So if you miss it today, you have 7 days to watch it. All right, let's get into it, guys. Please type in the comments, what are your modalities? What are your modalities, so I can know what to focus on. I'll give you guys an example of a signature program I created. So as a healer, I'm guessing most of you are healers and coaches. So first step is to write down, what are all the steps you've done to get you to where you are now. So I want you guys to write 8 to 10 steps. And while you're doing that, I can share my own in case you'll pick up some inspiration. So when I look back on my journey, and I almost got a heart attack at 25, and I thought I was going to die, some of the steps I've taken were to take better care of my health. I stopped drinking alcohol, stopped doing drugs, stopped smoking. I became vegetarian. I cut out the fatty, salty foods. I cut out caffeine. So for me, step 1 was actually health. It was a shift in my health. Step 2, I was guided to do inner meditation. At that time, I was getting rid of the drugs I had, and I had a bunch of MDMA. So I popped at 6 MDMA pills. I popped 1 every single day, which I got the guidance to do, which only now science is finally saying, you know what, this is great. It helps people release deep traumas that they're buried. And there's all this scientific research now helping people with PTSD, war veterans, stuff like that. My intuition guided me when I was 25, all those years back, it was like 2002, something like 2003, 4. So I wouldn't say take MDMA as a signature step, but I would say go within, meditate, because there was a lot of, I was doing baths, smudging, that the equivalent would be potentially plant medicines or some kind of fast or some kind of retreat, or you could do it at home, but it's a disconnect, pulling yourself out of all the matrixy stuff, getting internal, journaling, So that was the next step. And then I realized all this anger, what was causing me getting into a lot of fights and abusing drugs and alcohol, was self-hatred, which was me holding on to resentments from childhood experiences, from my peers making fun of me. I don't know if you guys had that experience, but for like a whole year, when my voice was cracking from when I was turning into a man, instead of my voice being like this, it was like this. It stayed like that for a whole year. And so all my peers, every time I said a word, they would all just imagine your whole classroom, all your peers looking at you and laughing at you. So humiliating. So humiliating. And it just didn't stop. And guess who didn't stop either? I never stopped. I never stopped speaking. I never stopped showing up to school. I never stopped, but I started getting all these pimples and like self-hate and didn't feel good in my body and wanted to hide. It manifested in many ways, but then we overcome those things. So I would say the next step then was forgiveness is a key step. Now, sometimes you can come up with 20 steps, but we want to fine tune them so that they're the core steps. What are the big steps? So forgiveness is a core step. Now, this core step is in my audio healing programs, is in my Infinity Healing course. When you guys create your own course training, create your own modality. Yes, you can if you haven't already. So these core steps that we're going to come up with today can end up in a healing course, can end up in an audio program, can end up in a signature program that includes one-on-ones and groups and modules and PDFs and things like that. So just for the sake of knowing that you guys are alive there and are with me, please write down some of your core steps. I'm trusting you're there. I would love to have the interaction. So just put a yes, say, yes, I'm alive. Yes, this is relevant. I'm excited. Put in your questions. Engage, guys. Engage. When you engage, you're going to get the most out of it. I don't want this to be just like a one-way communication. It's back and forth. Okay, so forgiveness is a key step that ends up being in a signature program for me. Then I fast forwarded. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I prayed to the universe. Show me what my purpose is. Right? Universe, show me what my purpose is. I was reading The Law of Attraction, all those books. Discovered the term synchronicity changed my life. It was Celestine Prophecies. Knowing that there are meaningful coincidences, now I'm on a whole different type of reality. There's a reality where people call it NPC. You're like just kind of a robotic matrix reality. And now I'm paying attention to the signs. The signs are everywhere. I just saw 11:11 2 minutes ago. I'm in divine time, right? Follow the signs. There's a dark consciousness trying to sabotage us. Trust me, I know, because the day I said I don't believe in God anymore, when I was breaking out of my religious programming, I was surrounded by dark energies. And then quickly the next day, I was like, I have so much faith and trust in who you are. So I've got it tattooed right here, faith. I have faith. And from experiential faith, not just from reading. So thank you, Inspirational Health. Yes, it relates. I have to be open to receiving. Yes. So write down what are one of the key steps. Like I'm doing it right now, but you guys do it. What have you done that got you to where you are now? You don't have to be 1,000 steps past where your clients are. You could have just taken the one step. I could have literally just been stuck in victim and then forgave. I wrote a list of people I needed to forgive. I reached out to them, forgave, and then I forgave myself. I could literally make my whole life's work forgiveness. It's more than enough. But every time you take an extra step, you can now help your clients take that step too. So then I discovered my life purpose. There is a positive consciousness on our planet that it wants the best for us. and it manifests through songs, through infinite ways, signs, synchronicities, meaningful coincidences guiding you on a path. So I discovered my purpose as a healer. I took a hypnosis course, didn't have the money at the time, borrowed it from my mom, $2,000. 10 days later, I'm a certified hypnotherapist. So discovered my purpose. So guess what's another step now I can help others with? Helping them find their purpose. I then was broke and on welfare. It was a very painful starting your business, being self-employed, 5, 6, it was like 4 or 5 years, just so much struggle and not enough money. And, I was in an intense relationship at that time. Well, I was in a relationship, and what's intense is we mirror each other's stuff. So that's intense. And then money, being broke and then being on welfare, government assistance. I'm talking going to the food bank at the local church to get some canned foods, and even what I was getting from them, there's so many things I couldn't eat. So I would just take home whatever was vegetarian. I couldn't eat the meat stuff, and a lot of it was meat. And making negative every month because rent was, back in the days was like $700. Back in the good old days. Nowadays in Toronto, it's like minimum $2,000, $3,000. And so I was making negative every month, but I still had the faith. I had faith and trust that this is this money. I'm not going to let it get to me, right? There's a way out. And then I figured out how to make 10,000 in 10 months. So guess what? Guess what I do to this day? I just signed up a client today, helping her hit 5 to 10K. So whatever steps you were able to do, you can then help them. So inspirational health, let's say you're, since no one's telling me what their practice is, I might have to just use my psychic abilities to tune in to help you guys. Thanks for making it more exciting for me to help you. So let's say inspirational health, you're a health coach. There are millions of health coaches out there. So I want you guys to get clear on what makes you unique and different. Let's start there. Maybe some of you feel like you're really old souls. Maybe some of you guys feel you're more of a galactic soul. That's unique. Not everyone seems to be a galactic soul. Especially for us who we don't feel like we fit in. That's unique. It's unique that you don't fit in. It means you're from a different place maybe. Maybe you came in with more awareness. Maybe you have more DNA activated in your being. I'm not trying to do the whole we're superior, but what makes you unique? What makes us more free thinking and open-minded and more connected to our spirituality? Something does. Maybe we just didn't drink the Kool-Aid as children. Maybe we question more. What makes someone question more? Right? These are all unique things. Right? Because I want to work with people who are like me. When I was looking for a mentor, there was tons of those. Like we had people from America come to Canada and they were like, yeah, we get sales and you just sell no matter what, never take no for an answer. I was like, yeah, these are not my mentors. Yes, they could be multi-millionaire billionaires, but that's not the approach that I want. And guess what, guys, write this down. The bad experiences you have are gold. Because out of those bad experiences, you can go, I can create a positive experience. Virgin Airlines. There were already tons of airlines. They were the new guys on the block. They're like, how can we make this a fun experience? They found out airport and airplanes and airlines, and it's a hectic process. They're like, how can we make it so enjoyable? We're going to hire positive staff. We're going to make it super enjoyable. We're going to, there's tons of ways. There's a new airline here called Swoop. They're like, forget all these expensive fees to travel. Let's make it super affordable for you guys. Let's make it fun. Let's make it funky. Let's throw in some purple colors. So your uniqueness, write that down, what makes you unique and different from others. and then write down maybe what are the challenges that people have. You know, like with spirituality, one of the challenges I have is people take themselves so seriously. They take themselves so seriously. So it's like if I can bring that playfulness, that laughter, that silliness, that inner child play, lighten it up, that already makes a difference. You know, we've got some funny skits online where we're making fun of ourselves as spiritual people. It's just, I think it's a series we started called Things Spiritual People Say. How many do you see Eckhart Tolle doing that? Like, it's just, I've always been a big kid at heart, and I just love bringing humor. What are your uniquenesses? Here we go. Happy Soulful Friday. Thank you, Star Traveler. I have done art therapy, spiritual and health programs, workshops, and certifications. Great. So we just finished, thanks, Star Traveler. We just finished saying, what are the problems? I was so disheartened by all of the intense, aggressive, old school mentors. Guess what? When I teach my mentorship, it's all heart centered, empathic. Um, you never feel icky like you're being someone else. You're always being your genuine self. Sales is no different than being of service. When you're doing a sales call, it's no different than when you're doing a healing call, because you're holding space both times, right? So that was a problem I found in the market, and we become the solution. I found a problem in the market. I went into $30,000 of debt trying to heal my wounds, and I still wasn't getting the results I wanted. So out of that frustration, I birthed the Infinity Healing Technique. And I vowed anyone who came to me that they won't have to go through the fuckery that I went through, where, I feel like no one's meeting me at the depth that I'm at. No one's helping me clear my receptivity blocks. Out of that frustration, I realized what caused me to not get the results with all those. I was going to the best healers. I flew to California. I took modalities, trainings, programs, one-on-ones with the best healers, still didn't get the results. So out of that frustration, I birthed the Infinity Healing. So sometimes out of your frustrations, you can birth your solutions. So I love that, Star Traveler. And then also what Star Traveler is doing, what have you taken to get you here this far? In this lifetime, at least. If you believe in past lives, you probably mastered your craft over and over, a million times over. So in this lifetime, like what Star Traveler is saying, done art therapy, spiritual and health programs, workshops, and certifications, right? So that too makes you unique, is based on your training and your experience. Hey, hermano. Good morning, Diana. Hola, hermana. ¿Todo bien? Nice to have you with us, Queen. Okay, we have another user here saying healer, minister, wedding planner, and speaker. Ooh, I like that. Wedding planner and a minister and a healer and a speaker. That's very unique. I love it. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So I want you guys to write down all the steps you've taken. So I've shared some examples: forgiveness, discover your life purpose, experience financial abundance, inner child healing, integrate your shadow, right? So that's already a signature program I have called Thrive, Doing What You Love Now. Inner child, life purpose, money, shadow work, right? So all the steps I've taken, I put it into modules or steps. And now that those steps can be a signature talk. I could do a talk today, say, hey guys, step 1, forgive. Who do you need to forgive? Write that down. When are you going to reach out to these people? Great. Step 2, discover your life purpose. Let's do some exercise questions. What are you great at doing? What would you do if you were a billionaire, you didn't need money, and you just wanted to do something fulfilling? Great. That's your life purpose. So that could be turned into a workshop, could be turned into a book, can be turned into an audio program, could be turned into a whole 3-month, 6-month, 12-month container. It could be my TED Talk. So you can once you have those core steps, you can multi-purpose them on so many levels. And that becomes your unique signature program. All right. Facebook user doing something completely different, if not ever heard of the approach that I use, by getting in touch with their inner child to ignite their soul wings magic to manifest what their soul already knowingly knows. I love it. Love it. I love it. So a lot of us are doing this innately. A lot of us, I don't know, someone comes and do a session to get the results. Well, let's get clear on what is it that's different. I like to distinguish myself by saying it's very result-based. You'll get the results faster than anywhere else. So I use my weakness as an Aries, which is I'm impatient, to my greatest strength. Hey, you don't want to fuck around, waste time, energy, and money like I did all those years? Infinity healing. Let's get the results sooner than later, faster than anywhere else. That's another step. Write that down. Turn your weaknesses to your greatest strengths. When we were in the workforce, in school, maybe ADD, hard time focusing, helped us fail and do bad. But now you can throw us on stage, and that gift of intuition and impulsivity, on the spot channeling, becomes our greatest strength. So let's turn our weaknesses to our biggest strengths. So write down those core steps. And remember, we've got a signature program. We've got a signature, you can have a healing process that's very unique as well. But let's focus on, I want you guys to end up with a signature program. So when someone comes to work with you, you're like, this is the package. Let's ground it in before the end of today's call. This is how you will help them get there. You don't have to figure it all out today, but at least you'll have more clarity. Is this making sense to you guys? Type yes if it does. So real quick, I want you guys to think why take the time to create a signature program? Why becomes your drive? Why? Well, I used to do one-on-one sessions, and you could only do a certain amount of one-on-ones. You reach a certain point where you can't help more people. So I'm driven by helping people, by impact, thanks to our traveler, yes. And if my goal is to reach 144,000 light warriors on the planet and help them be the best version of themselves, to thrive from their gifts, if I'm only doing one-on-ones, it's going to be a long journey. But if I can create a signature program that people can buy whether I'm there or not, and the whole world has access to it, now I have leverage. Now I can reach my goal. Now I'm closer to that 144,000. So for me, why? Leverage, reach more people, make a bigger difference more easily. Use technology to my advantage. Don't be turned off by technology. Use it to your advantage. Obviously, there's different things where you need to be careful of, but in general, right now, we're using technology. So the best investment I've ever done in my life so far, well, when I first started off, was the $100 microphone that I bought. Went to the store, didn't have a lot of money, bought a $100 microphone. Used that microphone, created tons of hypnosis audios that are being listened to by people all over the world. Literally thousands of people. I don't even have access to all those audios. They're just out there in the world. Every now and then I'll see some other YouTube channel. There's one that has my sleep audio that has over 2 million views. Because what ended up happening is I gave those audios to people who were already in the internet marketing world, and they had thousands of people. So it all started with writing that goal. So that same goal I had, I would like my gifts, my programs to reach millions of people. I didn't write that I was going to make money off of it. So actually got ripped off, and this guy gave it to everyone else and made all this money. So get clear. It was the first mistake. Get clear. Also, your mistakes can become your points. They become your signature points. Trusting your intuition. So I could take that lesson, life lesson, and go, okay, learn to be discerning when doing deals with others. Trusting your intuition. How to do that. That becomes a chapter in the book. Okay, great question, Facebook user. Is it better to do a program/programs or retreats or workshops? So, great question. Let's pause for a sec. As a practitioner, I got some spirulina on my finger, fingernails. So, as a practitioner, depends where you are on your journey. When you're starting off, do a workshop online at healing places, do workshops, do one-day intensives, do retreats, do one-on-ones, right? Do VIPs, spend half a day with someone, one whole day with someone, a whole weekend with someone. These are all different price points and different options. Do summits, healing telesummits, do expos, all of that. Great. And I just wanted, my specialty is in how can you be at home, create something with that $100 microphone that I had, which right nowadays is on your phone for free, and record your modules, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, however long, 15 minutes, but there's a process. Module 1, forgiveness. Module 2, financial abundance. Module 3. And then that way you can reach more people. So what is your why? I want to hear you guys. What is your why? So guess what? When you leverage by having an audio program, you don't have to keep repeating it. You've recorded it once, and now for the rest of your life, you can help all these people without having to use your time. I used to go to sleep and have people say my life changed while sleeping. What a cool feeling to be sleeping and having people all over the world being impacted by your signature program to heal. Beautiful. So I want to leave you guys with this call, 11:33, to have the formula of a signature program so that you can leverage your time, you can make more impact, you have more freedom, more time, more energy, and still make impact as if you were there every step of the way. Is this making sense, guys? Type in yes if it does. So some examples of how you can deliver your signature program. Mine is called the Infinitely Abundant Healer Program. Again, it's one of them. So this is more of me being a spiritual mentor, business coach to healers, to spiritual practitioners. We had it as a 12-month container. We then turned it into a 6-month container, and now it's a 3-month container, but very soon it's going to go back to being a 6-month container. So let's tune in. Who are you wanting to help? If don't get stuck on this, because it'll evolve as you start. When I started and they would ask me that question, I would feel like such a failure because I didn't know the answer. I want to help everyone with everything. Yeah, wait till you get the asshole client who just wants to have all these women like him, like, just, what do you call it? Just, I want all the women to like be attracted to me, and I just want to make all this money and buy all, you know, that the ego stuff. I was like, that's not my ideal client. Okay, I'm not going to work with that type of person. But then these spiritual warriors who have been through hell and have so much to offer and they just need some help, fuck yes. Yes. Those are my clients. Women, healers, been through traumas, abuse, all sorts of traumas, have a hard time owning their value, charging their worth, but know they have so much to offer the world. They just need some support, some hand holding, some space holding. And then they're out there shining bright, changing the world, experiencing financial freedom and abundance and empowerment, sovereignty on all levels. Hey, Yvette, nice to see you here. There we go. Inspirational health, your why to help millions across the world. Perfect. So I want you guys to write down, start off with who. Who do you want to help? And knowing who you don't want to help is a step forward from knowing who you want to help. So for me, it was women, spiritual practitioners. How did I come up with that? 99% of my clients are spiritual women practitioners. So if you're still not sure what it is, look at who you're attracting, right? Next, what are their pain points? What are their pain points? What are they struggling with? Yvette just popped up. We've worked together before. A lot of our clients have, which I had, we're afraid to be seen in our fullness. It's a very common denominator with every client that I work with. There's some element of being afraid to be seen for who we are. Speaking of uniqueness, Yvette, if I might share, she's a comedian and an actress and a healer, all in one. Because we were talking about earlier that how to share yourself in a unique way where you're not hiding those, oh, I'm going to hide the comedian side here, I'm going to hide the actress here. No, we're bringing it all and leading with our uniqueness. Because I did a rap earlier. It's like, what? This guy raps and he does healing? How's that possible? That's so unique. Yes, embrace that, share it. Okay, so who? Write down a brief, whatever you're aware of right now. At least if you're not sure who you don't want to work with, write that down. What are they struggling with? So financial abundance, it's been like, I don't know what the timeline is really. I say 15 years, but it's probably more. 15 years of asking, what do you need help with? Financial abundance. So knowing who they are, what are their biggest challenges? Right? Because if all your clients need help with money and I create a health program, that's not what they're asking for. They're coming to me for financial abundance. It makes sense. In my astrology, my Chiron, which is your wounded healer, which is the one that you're struggling with the most, is Taurus. Taurus is connected to work, money, and home. So I did a lot of work to heal my Achilles heel, my biggest wound. And now, as I've healed it, now I can help others get there. So what are they needing help with? What are they struggling with? Dark energies, addictions, mental health, unhealthy, toxic relationships, low self-esteem, low confidence, not believing in themselves. Yeah, their inner child's traumatized. Inner child doesn't feel good enough, doesn't feel worthy, doesn't feel deserving, doesn't feel seen, doesn't feel appreciated, doesn't feel safe, right? So then those become the steps. I'm going to help these people with these issues, right? Next step is, what are the results they want? They want to thrive financially. A lot of my clients, what do you want to make? 10K, 50K, 100K, 200K, some per year, some per month. So they all want to generate more financial abundance to give them more freedom and empowerment. They all want to get clear on what their gifts, talents, and abilities are and how to best share them with the world. What are your clients needing? And if you're not sure, just make it up. I want to help these people with these issues, and I feel like they want these goals, right? And Yvette, even with comedy, like your signature program or signature style can be a deliverable program, but it's also how you distinguish yourself as an artist, as a creative person. So, um, so even as a comedy, if you watch the Kevin Hart documentary, when he first started, he wasn't really saying much, and then he learned from his mentor to share the stories, right? So he started sharing his personal stories from childhood, and then people got to know him more deeper, and it created that connection. So that was his signature step. He shared vulnerability, he shared personal stories. Maybe when other people were just talking about random stuff, making people laugh, this person, you're like, I know Kevin Hart now. I know him. I was there when he was sharing stuff with his dad, stuff with his mom, stuff with his, childhood. I was there. Brings you closer. So that's a signature move. Boundaries, inspirational health. Great. You can spend your whole life. What's her name? Brene Brown. Her whole mission is shame. How do we eradicate shame? Beautiful boundaries. Hey, Angel Shah, nice to have you here. Thanks for the blessings. So, goals and dreams to experience financial abundance, to make a big difference, make impact, help all these people on the planet. Now you want to decide, how are you going to deliver this program? So we know who we want to work with, what their biggest challenges are, what their goals and dreams are. Now we want to create a container. Tune in. Do you want to create 8-week container where every week you do one of the steps? So your home place to actually write 8 to 10 steps. What are the core 8 to 10 steps that got you from where you were to where you want to be? And then the next step is writing all the steps. So once I wrote money, for example, I was like, I had to forgive my relationship with my money. I had to forgive all the judgments towards the rich people growing up. I had to say money is a good thing and I'm open to receiving it. I wrote a letter to money. I forgave myself for all the judgments towards money and towards wealthy people. I started writing morning affirmations. I love money. Money loves me. Right? So what are all the steps you did for that one module, right? So it becomes a whole module. You could literally take each module and turn it into a full program. Hey guys, these are my 8 steps, and that's what I've done. So Thrive Doing What You Love Now. One of the modules is money. Took that one module, broke it down into a whole program called Manifest Money Miracles. And it's everything to do with money. Owning your worth, charging your worth, claiming your value, clearing debt, relationship with money, receptivity blocks, self-sabotage, right? So all these things. So that's another, write that down, that each module from your signature program can be its own program. Now decide, how do you want to deliver it? Do you want to take those modules and just record them as a video? You want to record them as an audio? Do you want to deliver them in real time, live, in person, on a retreat? Do you want to put it into a PDF, put it into a book? How do you want to deliver your signature program? The way I teach my clients, because I want my clients to have a worldwide audience and I don't want them to have to leave their home to make their 6 figures plus. So I recommend, you've got your camera on your phone or on your laptop. You can invest in a really, you don't need to spend a lot to get a good microphone. And then you've got a good recording, video and audio. And you record your module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now that's your signature program. So I recommend for my clients to do it as an audio or audio and video. Okay, so how are you going to create it? So now you've got your pre-recorded audio video, right? And then next, you want to decide how long. Is it a let's go with what I do. Let's create. Most of my clients end up creating a 3-month program and start charging 5, 10, 20K for that program. So let's say it's a 3-month program, right? 3 months, and you've got 8 modules. That means 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say they're listening to one module every 2 weeks. 2, 4, sorry, 1, 2. 1.5 audios every 2 weeks, right? Let's say it's a 6-module program. They listen to 2 modules every 2 weeks. Sorry, they listen to 1 module every 2 weeks. So in 1 month, they're doing 2, 4, 6, they finish. So decide how long do you want to spend holding space for your clients to get the result they want. Now, if you're helping women and your signature program is a whole birth process, that could be a 9-month program. Or is it only at the end, the last, what do they call it, trimester? So decide who and decide the length. We found when we had our 12-month program, or when our clients did hit the 6 figures, but they felt it was like stretched out too much. So we concentrated it into 6 months. So let's say it's a 3-month container. You've got your pre-recorded modules. So your signature program includes your signature program, all the audios. So now we want to create it as a package. It's like a signature, let's call it a signature package. Includes your signature program. What is the value of that signature program? Each one of those modules is valued at what? I mean, the value is infinite, but what's the price point you're letting them know? Is it 200 per module? Is it 500 per module? So write that amount down. How much would you charge to do that one-on-one? Some people go, okay, well, I'll do a little less. If I charge 200 for a session, then my audio will be 100. Some people do differently. They're like, this signature program is outside of my hourly rate. This is going to help them get their results. And each module is let's say, is priced at $500. So let's say 200 for now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We said 8 steps. So that's already close to a $2,000 value, right? And you never have to work for that $2,000 ever again after you're done recording it. So you write it down that this signature 3-month program container includes this program worth $2,000. Now you want to decide. I've got some clients that are like, I never want to do one-on-one ever again. I get it. Some clients are like, I love the one-on-one. I just don't want to do for everyone one-on-one. Great. So now there's less people, but it's a higher price point. So you could spend your month doing 30, 50 one-on-ones, or you can make even more money only working with a fraction of people at a higher price point. So how many in this 3-month container to help them get the results they want? How many one-on-ones do you want to include? I usually do 1, but the Infinity Healing is really potent. So you decide how it works for you. So I usually do 1 one-on-one every month, and then 1 group every month. Because now I can leverage my time with the group. So now I'm leveraging the fact that they have the signature audio they're listening to once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I'm leveraging the fact that they can get on this group call and I can help infinite amount of people. You can have 200 people on a call. It doesn't mean you're doing one-on-ones with every single one of them, but you could do hot seats for a handful of them and do a group channel thing for everyone else. That's what we do. Okay, so the group call, just put a price point next to it. That group call is worth $200, let's say. and they're doing it for 3 months, so it's 246. So now you're adding another 600. So you're like, let's say 3,000 value right now. The one-on-one, how much is your one-on-one worth? 1,500, 1,500, 200. So let's say it's 200, 246. That's another $600 value. So you've got 1,000, was it like 700, 600? Is there anything else you want to include in your signature program? Is there a PDF that they have, like handouts, stuff they can print out or do online? Is there a book you can include? I include my music albums. I got 5 albums. The sixth album is on the way. Stay tuned. Indigo Profit, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Indigo Profit on all streaming platforms. And then decide, this is speaking of boundaries, inspirational health. You really need to be clear on a boundary, because I had a client who would just email me paragraphs every day. So that's when I realized, oh, okay, I never said what the boundary is. So I didn't do that. Now I do. I go, okay, we can do like 15 minutes worth of back and forth voice notes every week. It's very clear, 15 minutes total. So they know, because if you don't set that boundary, so that's another value. How valuable is it to have someone who checks in on you with voice notes and helps you with things in real time? It's very valuable. So I offer that. Put a price point. So if your hour time, let's say, is 200, then the 15 minutes a week. So at the end of the month, because 4 weeks ends up being, let's say, the 200. So 200, you're doing it 3 months, 246. That's another $600 value that you've added. Make sense? Maybe I'll put in the comments. So you've got your signature program. You've let's say it's worth 2,000. You've got your one-on-ones. Let's do 3 one-on-ones. Let's say it's worth 600. And then you've got your group call. What did we say? Let's say it's worth 100. So then at the end of the month, you've got 300. You've got your voice notes support. We said 15 minutes we said 200 a month, so 600. No, wait. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh, so one session to 200, so 2. Did I do that right? If you're hourly, you're doing one-on-one session every month. So you're doing 3 total, 246. But if your hourly rate is 200, then 15 minutes is 50, right? 50, 100, 150, 200. Yeah. So even with that 15 minutes a week, you just added more value, creating a 200 a month, which is 600 for the 3 months. Perfect. And then anything else you want to add? A PDF. I wrote down music, certain content, pre-recorded content, etc., and add whatever value that is. Let's say 300. So you're looking at a total of, let's do it, 1,200, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's just call it 2,000 and 2,000. So total value is 4,000. And you can offer it to them for 4,000. You can offer it to them for 3,333. You decide, special rate. So even if you look at the $3,333, what is it taking for you to help them deliver that result? You're spending 3 hours of your time for the one-on-ones. You're spending 3 hours in the 3 months doing 3 group calls. You could be spending 15 minutes a week, voice notes, and each client is paying you $3,333. How does that feel to you guys? IG folks, it's on the YouTube channel in the comments. I'll just highlight it here. How does that feel, guys? We just created your ultimate signature program. Another thing I didn't include is a VIP day. We used to offer, if you pay in full, if you pay in full, we'll add a VIP day. You can also just have it be a separate option. I had a friend of mine recently, her client didn't want to do the 3-month container. She's like, just give me a VIP day. So you can have a separate option as a VIP day, which could include, let's say you start working with them at like 10 a.m., 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Say 4 to 5 hours VIP day, and then take your hourly rate. Let's say it's 200 times 5, it's 1,000. So you can have your one-off 1,000 VIP day. Again, that could be a separate option if someone only wants to do 5 hours with you right away. Or you can add that as an incentive for them to pay in full, but maybe just do 2-3 hours, maybe 2-hour VIP day. Or add it as a, what do you call it? So they're going to pay the 3,333. Hey, if you add the VIP day, we'll give it to you for less than 1,000. Let's say it's 700, so they're paying a total of 4,000. So it could be an extra option. Does that make sense? And what's beautiful about the VIP day is you can really dive deep and do so many things. All right, let's create your program. Like with me, with my VIP day, we go from everything from A to Z. This is your social media plan. So start creating one video every week. These are the topics you can help your clients with. Okay, let's create your signature package and program. Done. I remember once doing a VIP day, and then my client created a $50,000 package. $50,000 package. Sold it the next day. Amazing. So I'm giving you guys an example. We can create your whole signature program. Like everything we've talked about in a VIP day with me, we can actually do it all together. Okay. We'll do it for you. So you can, if you're teaching people how to do it and they're not able to do it and they want you to help them do it, to spoon feed, to walk them through it, you pay extra for that. They pay you extra for that. And then some people, they're able to just listen to the modules and get it done. But some people need the hands holding. What type of person are you? What type of person are your clients? I need the hand holding sometimes. Intensive workshop programs. Yeah, you can do your 1 day, weekend. Part of your package, depending on the price point, can include an online, like with our 6-month program, we include if they pay in full, they get a VIP day, and also includes a retreat. We do a retreat every 3 months. So it includes a half-day retreat. So we did it online. Some people fly all their clients to like a very expansive hotel, a resort, whatever, and they celebrate that way. It's another way of doing it. So decide how you want to go about doing it. Online is the easiest, but in person is fun too. Just more steps. Okay. Yeah, one of the steps is giving your signature program a nice title. So when you're titling your signature program, it's really important to add the results. So Thrive Doing What You Love Now program helps spiritual healers thrive doing what they love. So thrive implies financial abundance as well as fulfillment and other things. And doing what you love is life purpose career. So your Manifest Money, my Manifest Money Miracles program helps them manifest money miracles. The Infinitely Abundant Healer program, which I'll share with you guys in a bit if you're interested, helps healers experience infinite abundance, right? So when you're titling it, try to create the title so that it's already explaining to the audience what it's going to deliver and who it's for. The Infinitely Abundant Healer program. It's helping healers experience infinite abundance, right? So write down some examples. Yeah, thanks for being here, Inspirational Health. There'll be a little bit more in the replay. Okay, that's it, guys. Before you go, if you're interested, I can share a real life example. Sorry, IG folks, I'll be doing this on YouTube and Facebook. I can share with you my signature program. You guys are welcome to model it. I'll put the link here for you. So easiest way to do things is to model it. That's how I did it. Okay. So they're doing it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Now, these are my words. It's my unique process, but at least I have the skeleton to kind of use as a base, as an inspiration. So let's see if I can share my screen. Yeah, and in all transparency, I'll also be not just sharing the Infinitely Abundant Healer program as an example of what you can do, but also we're opening it up for healers, spiritual practitioners who want to experience an extra 5 to 10K in the next 3 months. I almost want to say guaranteed, but I can't legally. But 95% of our clients hit that goal. So there's no reason why you can't. And if you're interested, I'll just put a link here where you can book in a chat with me. And honestly, it's been amazing. The people who hop on a call, 100% their life changes, regardless of what they're able to invest or not. You know, there's always a way, and they definitely leave with more hope. And okay, let's get into it. So this is the sales page. That's a whole other thing. We've got staff that can help you guys with that when you're in the program. So for healers, so who's it for? Remember we said who's it for? Healers, light workers, spiritual entrepreneurs, heart-centered business owners who want to create more value in the world, make a bigger difference. What do they struggle with? We spoke about this earlier, not knowing the business side of things, not knowing how to get high-paying clients, not understanding how to use technology and social media, not knowing how to streamline their business online, how to create packages. What do they really want? To experience 6 figures from their gifts, align with their purpose, make a bigger difference in the world. What if I told you in the next 3 months you can double or triple your income, thrive from your gifts, and attract your ideal soul clients? In this 3-month container, that's me wearing a suit out of nature. So this is the signature package, right? So it's got 6 in a 6-month container. This is our old one. 3-month container, you get 6. Oh, you get 6 coaching modules. So these are the modules that they listen to 1 every 2 weeks. Remember we talked about putting the value. The value is right there. Can you guys see my screen? 6 pre-recorded Q&A calls. So we've already answered questions in the previous group. So again, it's that mindset of you do it once and then you don't have to keep doing it every single time because same question, same delivery. Why do it every time in real time when it can be recorded? What you can't, and then you decide, do you want to just group calls, 3 group calls, or you can even do 2 group calls a month, but you're leveraging your time. You're doing 2 group calls instead of one-on-ones. Eventually, when we have hundreds of people in this program, there won't be one-on-ones with me. There'll only be one-on-ones with the Infinity Healers that I've trained, right? You guys hear that in the background? It's Labor Day weekend or something to do with celebrating Canadian nationality. So there's jet planes. 3 distance healings every month, 3 live group healings every month, 1 human design reading, Again, feel free to use those other skills you have. If it's health, if it's astrology, if it's numerology, if it's human design, feel free to include that. At one point, I was offering my clients a customized rap song. Who does that? One-on-one sessions, again, the value, how many. Monthly check-ins, again, here clarify how much the value. Might happen to be 666, don't worry. I know it's the number of the devil. Yeah, and then support buddy. Support buddy, I wrote priceless. So your support buddy is someone we connect you with. So when we have multiple students, we connect them with each other. And when there's an odd one out, I become their AB till another person joins. But we pair everyone up so they all have ABs. Some of them become really good friends. They hop on the call. They do healings on each other. They get testimonials from each other. They go through the program together. They create their programs, signature programs together. Include the bonuses. If you have pre-recorded audios and videos, add them up. And then here we go. The total of this program is $5,555. Total value is more than $32,000. Make it easy for them to book in a chat to speak with you, and then definitely share those testimonials. So this program saved me over $150,000, $100,000 in school debt disappeared. $100,000 in school debt disappeared. Our first client, we did some sessions, manifested $58,000. A month, 2 months into the program, he manifested $72,000 the following month. Jillian, our youngest, she was 25 at the time, started making $6,000 during the program. She's well off doing so many more things right now as a herbologist. She created a boobie grow your boobs naturally with herbs. She does iridology, so many things. Anastasia, I just chatted with her recently. She's kicking ass, doing great things. Before she completed the program, she created a $5,000 package, sold 2 that month, and had 2 people who paid her the next month. That's $20K. Here are all the modules. Get confidence in your offerings. Remember we said what are the steps? So gain confidence in your offerings. That's a key step. That my clients are not confident in their offerings. They're not sure what the clarity in their offerings. Next, we teach them how to offer discovery calls and how to master the enrollment process. This alone is worth the whole program because that means any person you chat, if you've got 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 people following your social media, and you feel intuitively there's one of them that needs your support, and you go and you message them and say, hey, I got the nudge to chat with you. Can we hop on a call? What do you do on that call to turn them from a follower to someone who pays you 5, 10, 15, 20K for a container? How to do that. We teach it in this module. That's priceless. Because now every one of those conversations could be a 5, 10, 15, 20K. So if you have 1,000 followers and for every 5 people, 1 person signs up, how much does that add up to? But we encourage our clients to initiate chats, create reasons for people to hop on a call with you. This live call right now, you give, but you open yourself to receive. And how do you do that? You say, hop on a call with me, have a chat. Create your high-end package, master social media, strategically package your services, market your packages, strategic allies, telesummits, create your signature program. So what we did today was one step that we do in the signature program. Create a podcast, launch your signature. The launching and creating it are 2 different things. So we explain how to launch it. And all of that is $5,555. If they pay in full, they save more money, and it includes the 3-hour VIP day, like I told you guys. And then there's the monthly payment plan right there. They paid for $2,222. And we even created an even more affordable monthly payment plan where they pay $555 per month. So it's all there. And Jennifer, who I recently chatted with, she's definitely hitting the 6-figure mark, doing great things. She's actually my AAB now, and she was a client. She did our program in the past. She was saying how she's sold 10K, and there's another 10K and another 10K. She's killing it. She's killing it, and she's also pulled away so much from her business. Her business is running on its own. So when we worked together, we helped her double her income working half the time. We just did a beautiful testimony. Actually, this is it. We just got this from why is the name not here? Felisa. Forgive me, Felisa. Felisa, amazing client, worked with her a long time ago, and she was charging $50 for face painting. And when I checked in with her the other day, she was like, yeah, I'm getting paid $10,000 to do a mural. From $50 for face painting, $10,000 for a mural. And we're going to do some more work together and take things to the next level. And so many more testimonials. Amanda manifested $20,000 within 2 weeks of signing up for the program. What I loved about Amanda, she came in, she paid in full, and then she made the $20,000 in 2 weeks. There's something about those people who pay in full, who do great things. Oh my God, Diana, just chatted with her the other day. She was not being seen, not being valued, not being appreciated at her work. She's not making $10K from her gift, but she will. But she's now in a job where they're moving her up. They're appreciating her. She works less time, gets paid more, just more chill, more. They love her. They want her to move up and run things. Whereas before, it was the opposite. There was a lot of jealousy and ego at work, and now she's thriving and being seen and all that. So I'll put this link here. First of all, I'm curious to know, is anyone on this call being like, fuck yeah, this is speaking to me. I would love Tark's support in helping me hit 10K. So there's the link to that sales page. And if you are feeling a yes, here is a link to my calendar. And you can also just go to tarikbb.com and you'll be able to reach us through there. And I'll also leave an email, support@tarikbb.com. Gets you to send me an email. Just say interested in the chat and we'll hook you up. All right, guys, 12:12. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. Appreciate you all. Looking forward to speaking to some of you. Feel free to share this with anyone who can benefit from the value we've created on this call. I believe in you. You deserve more. You deserve the best. And in you is an amazing signature program wanting to be birthed. That's going to change the lives of thousands of people. And remember how I said my biggest investment was the $100 microphone? My second biggest investment was a $500 a month container with my first mentor. 10 months later, I was making $10,000. So biggest investment, biggest game changer, having someone to believe in you, support you, show you the blueprint, hold space for you to clear those doubts, the disbelief, and nudge you towards making it happen. Join us for the 3 months. Transform your life. You don't have the money, write down. This is what I did. I was broke and on welfare when I signed up to work with my mentor. I was maxed out on all my credit cards. How did I do it? Well, I wasn't maxed out because I was able to pay the $500, but I had to pay it back right away. So I wrote down 5 to 10 ways. Write this down. What are 5 to 10 ways I can generate an extra let's say 500 to 1,000. What are 5 to 10 ways that I can generate an extra $500 to $1,000 a month? There's so many opportunities, and when we really want something, we'll move mountains to make it happen. If I can do it, you can do it better. So I wrote down the 5 to 10 ways. I circled one of them, and that's how the program paid for itself. And when you invest in yourself, you're planting seeds. Those seeds will grow and bear fruit for the rest of your life. And so we want to break out of the scarcity survival. We want to go into how do we thrive. And to thrive means get out of your comfort zone. It means doing the things you haven't done before. It means stretching yourself. No more playing it small. Time to play big. It and get that high level support that delivers results from someone in your soul tribe. And if that's me, great. If it's someone else, great. Just take an action. Write those 5 to 10 ways. Circle the way. Once you hit that extra 500 a month, extra 1,000 a month, join, sign up. Let's make it happen. Love you guys. Thanks for being with me on this journey, and I'll talk to you next time. Remember to keep shining and keep thriving, doing what you love. The world needs your support. There are thousands of people waiting for you to step up. They don't even know about you. They don't know about your services, but they want your gifts and abilities. There's nothing different. I mean, there's nothing special about me in a way. In a way, I'm like you. Maybe just taking a few steps ahead. And I've been there, so I can get you to where I'm at a lot easier and faster. So hold my hand. Let's go through that tunnel. Get to the other side. Enjoy the journey. It's going to be bumps on the road, but that's how we grow outside of our comfort zones. So if you're committed to living that life more expansive, making a bigger difference, doing what you're here to do, being what you're here to be, experiencing more financial freedom and abundance, use it whatever for I'm putting it all towards land to grow sustainability and live off grid. What are you going to use it for? What is your big why? What is your drive? Let's make it happen. See you guys on the other side. Looking forward to chatting with you guys on those breakthroughs. And if this is way out of your reach, we do have a $100 a month Inner Circle healing program. And you can see that on our website as well. I think it's tariqbibi.com/inner circle. And if you're not sure, you can email us through the support at Tariq Bibi. Happy to share that with you as well. All right. Much love. Talk to you soon.